Room, the only way to start your day. For Spice FM, this is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.
We continue at 11 minutes after 9 o'clock, and we continue going into something that we would all definitely want to, as we talk about this morning. We will. This is the Situation Room, Kenya's biggest conversation. We continue with things this morning, getting into the final conversation this hour. And even as we do, we're going to be talking about things around a marathon, but beyond that, the ecosystem around a marathon that we all know about. And we will want to know more things around what empowerment initiatives are around this for now. And 3 women join us in the studio this morning. As we get into these things and have this conversation, let's get into it. The Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon is one that has been around for a decade plus. And we've been having this conversation around this time every year as we get into it. But let's start to pick away at that. Joyce Kibe is the head of brand and corporate affairs with Standard Chartered and joins us in the room this morning. Good morning, Joyce.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Good to have you in the room today. And just not the marathon, but there are things around the marathon that we talk about. We talk about health, we talk about wellness, we talk about physiological strength and such. Elizabeth Wangi is the founder for Gwiji Women. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am fine. I love the singing voice. Will just definitely remind us about how we should be up and at 'em every morning. Betty Carrier Kim is a physiotherapist, and sports and wellness is also a lot of stuff they're into. Good morning.
Good morning.
Karibu sana.
Asante, thank you.
Welcome to the hot seat of the Situation Room. We're going to be dealing with a number of things this morning, so good to have you here. And even as we get into things, we want to settle you into the room. And so Ndu and Jerry with you now as we have this conversation. It's the first time, I think, in forever that there have been only women in this room.
That's amazing. Really amazing.
It's the first time that has ever happened, actually, I think. But okay, so let's see how we can continue with this conversation this morning. So we'll start with today's proverb. We'll tell you where that's from, and we would love to get your interpretation of it across board, right? Our proverb this week comes from Egypt, one of the oldest civilizations in the world. They did some fantastic things. Some of the most famous warrior women came out of this civilization. You know her as Nefertiti. She was one of the only with female leaders at that time. Wow. It's interesting. But this is the proverb for today. And as we talk about it, I would love to get your interpretation of it and just hear what you think in terms of what they were saying and how you can liken it to a proverb that you may have heard before, or how you would put that into context in today's world, right? So, the Egyptians said at some time, as they were, again, warriors, and thinking about when they fought and how they fought, this is what the Egyptian says, and this is what we pick up today. The mouth of a man is in his sword. The mouth of a man is in his sword. Start with you, Joyce.
The mouth of a man is in his sword. That's where the power lies, in his sword. That's what I think it is. So everything is manifested in his sword. That's what I think it means.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Elizabeth?
For me, I feel like when you say the what? Come again?
The mouth
of
a man is in his sword.
Yes, I feel like saying the strength of a man is in what he has that he can be able to use to get to the next level. So I feel like in what it means basically for us is what you're able to do is we can be able to do great things by using what we have with us at the moment. So that's what I feel. And I also feel that for us, even for example, for me as in business, I use the knowledge I have to be able to empower others. So that's how I relate to that proverb.
Okay. Yeah. And what about you, Betty?
Actually, I believe that when you say the mouth of
a man is in his sword.
Yes, I believe that we have everything that it takes to be successful and to make everything come to life. Yes.
We have everything that it takes. Okay,
We
interesting.
have everything that it takes. That's the sword
Indeed.
that we have in us.
It's great. I love how the human mind works, because then what you think makes sense to you, and you're able to see meaning in the definition or the description that comes from somebody else. All right, Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon has been taking place for years and has been looking at the impact, not just people coming together on a particular day running, but what it does for lives after. And we're just going to get into the conversations and the ecosystems around the marathon and the different ways in which lives have been. The future, and we're going to look into future makers and what all of this is about and what impact it has. So, this marathon this year, for some reason, and you'll tell us what that is, there seems to be some greater focus on women either participating and then being benefactors of the proceeds from this. Why is it such a big issue at this time and in Kenya today?
Okay. Thank you very much for your question. So we've been running the marathon for the last 22 years. This is going to be our 22nd edition, and we're going to have the marathon on the 26th of October. If I can just give you some of the statistics, we get about 48 to 49% of women participants registering for the marathon. And one of the things we do is we charge you a registration fee of about 2,500. Where does this money go? It goes to future makers. So this is one of our initiatives where we help young people, especially the youth, people with disabilities, and especially women to learn and grow. So that's why we have this emphasis around it. And we've been doing various initiatives where we are helping them through employability, entrepreneurship, as well as education. I want to focus on, say, two programs that we've had around future makers through our program. And this is where your registration money goes. One is a gold program where we've been helping young teenagers to be able to have skills in terms of mentoring, know how to run businesses, for example, bookkeeping, and also get access to finance. We also have another program called Women in Tech. And Women in Tech is where we have startups who come in, especially tech-led businesses, and they're able to start their businesses. We give them skills in terms of mentoring, and they're able to scale up. To date, we've been able to support about 77 businesses. And that's why Elizabeth is here, and she'll be talking about it because she's one of the beneficiaries. And we've given them a total of 50 million shillings to start their businesses. So you can see what the marathon does. It does impact women. One, by coming to participate at the marathon, and also impacting generations because of the businesses that they are able to run.
Okay, so what opportunities can women who participate or the beneficiaries gain after participating in the Nairobi Marathon?
Okay, that's a great question. Number one, we have colleagues who come for the marathon. We have participants who also register for the marathon. And then we have very many volunteers who come in for the marathon. As I said, one of the things is the registration money is going to help future makers, and they're able to learn and grow. So one of the things is the many businesses that we are able to set up. We have very many programs. We have Goal. We have 7 employability programs running in universities across Kenya, as well as Women in Tech. For example, we've run Women in Tech for the last 8 years. We're now on our 8th cohort. It's at Strathmore University, and every year we get 7 beneficiaries. So you can see, by just participating at the marathon, you're able to get these skills and able to grow your businesses or even get some access to finance. And that's what the marathon does. One more point about the marathon as well. All of us, I started maybe with 2 kilometers, moved to 5 kilometers, 10, then 21 kilometers. It's a marathon. You learn wellness, you train. Today I ran, I was running because I had to come here. But before I came here, I did my morning run. And that's because I want to make sure that my mental wellness is top notch. And that's what Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon is all about.
Okay, so even as we look at the ecosystems around the marathon, it's not just coming out on a Saturday and running, that there are things that happen beyond that. So we started hearing about future makers, a while ago when the the marathon started, rather, well into the marathon, we started hearing about Future Makers.
Correct.
You are a beneficiary of that, Elizabeth, and now you formed Gwiji Women, Gwiji for Women.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that and what it is all about.
Yes, so I'm the founder of Gwiji for Women, which is a tech startup which empowers women from the urban informal settlements, or what most people call the slums. And we work specifically with Mama Fuas. I'm not sure if everybody is aware of what Mama Fua is, but as you walk or even as you drive around Nairobi, you normally see this group of women that sit outside our residential estates waiting for an opportunity for somebody to give them work for that day, to be able to earn some money and take back home to their children. So these are the women that we empower at Gwiji for Women. So actually, Gwiji is a Swahili word that means the best. So we help the Mama Fuas to become the best at their work. So how we do that is we help them overcome barriers. You know, there are barriers that prevent them from excelling this work. So for example, I'll give one. Most clients have problem trusting some of them. They feel like if I invite them to my home, maybe I'm scared something might be stolen. So what we do at Gwiji is we vet them so that, you know, if you're getting a cleaner from Gwiji, it's somebody you can trust. We also train them because most of them have not been trained in the work they do. So we train them so that they can become more confident. And in terms of clients are able to get the value that they want out of them. And lastly, we are taking them off the streets and into the tech space. We have a mobile application which is available on both Google Play Store and App Store. So where clients are able to place their orders, and the cleaners, instead of sitting outside at the comfort of their home, they are able to get decent work. They're able to earn from 1,000 per day working on the platform. So this is a lot of money that enables them to better provide for their children. Like as they work on the platform, they report that putting food on the table is no longer an issue. Keeping their children in school is no longer an issue. So that's what we do at Gwiji. As Joyce said, I'm a beneficiary of the Women in Tech program. I was actually part of last year's cohort, the 7th cohort, and the program really opened doors for me.
Did you run the marathon?
I've run in previous years. Last year, actually, they gave me the platform to be able to exhibit and also talk to people about my program, and I got a few customers out of it. So the program has really supported me in so many ways. But even before Gwiji had participated in the marathon, but I was surprised to know that Kenyans, whatever is gotten from the marathon is empowering women like me. And since I discovered that, I feel like Kenyans are rooting for me to succeed in my business. They are really supporting other businesses like mine, and that gives me the drive to also empower other women, because I know if Kenyans are investing in businesses like mine, they also expect something in return. And for me, I feel like empowering more women in the society is my way also of giving back to Kenyans who are supporting me in my business.
Right. So tell us about, it's clear we have an impact story of the Future Makers. So the money that you give into the tournament, rather into the marathon, it's going towards programs like this. Tell us some of the impacts that you've seen from the Future Makers program as a result of the marathon.
Okay. Women in Tech, being one of our flagship programs, has benefited about 70 women startup programs. We've raised about 35 million shillings and given benefits. So one of the things Elizabeth maybe did not mention, we gave her, say, 1.2 million shillings from that cohort. She was a beneficiary. And one of the things we do, we make sure that these women, not only do you get the skills and the mentoring, you also have access to an alumni after the marathon. We want to give you a topic such as ESG, bookkeeping. Everyone is given an opportunity to, things that you'd not imagine. For example, access to finance. How do I apply for a bank loan and I'm able to succeed in doing that? So that's one of the programs. I mentioned a program called Gold Girls. Gold Girls is a program that we ran. It's run globally across Standard Chartered, again from Future Makers. So the proceeds, again, from the 2,500 registration fee that everyone contributes towards the marathon, is to support teenagers. And for here, teenagers, we want them to become street smart. As you face the society, what do you do? how do you do the basic things, let's say like bookkeeping, sewing, you name it. We want our girls to be well equipped, and then we give them mentoring services. And then the other one is all about employability in universities. So we have this program and a curricula for the universities that you may be, let's say, a third year or a fourth year. You're about to get into the job market. But how do you get to the job market? You have to have a good CV. Is it a 5-page CV? Of course not, because you don't have all the experience. Yeah, probably. So we teach you how to to have a good CV, and then how do you interview properly. So equipping you with the right skills. Those are some of the programs or the impact that we've had, and we can demonstrate it. So just making sure that one, we give women, people with disabilities, and the youth access to finance, education, as well as mentoring. There's another impact as well, and this is through making sure that people take care of their well-being. So as I said, in the marathon, we have elites, of course. The elites are few, maybe 250, 300 who register for the marathon. Then we have recreational runners. Betty is one of the recreational runners, and she'll be telling us her story. And then we also have families who just want to run, because it's a fun day. And some of them have started, not some of them, I know everyone has started training, whether you're doing 5 kilometers, and most of them come with their whole family, and you can walk, run, and have fun while you're at it. And there's some who also come and do 10 kilometers, 21. What I've seen with the marathon in the last 22 years is every year someone graduates. If I do 5, next year I may be doing 10, next year I may be doing 21, and some do even 42. We've seen runners in Kenya, or even from our marathon, graduating to world-class marathons outside Kenya, as well as signing for the world majors. So I'd say the marathon has a huge impact, and to beneficiaries, and also to the economy. Very many people come to the marathon. Impact last year was to the tune of around 340 million shillings. That is what we did in terms of impacting the economy with the marathon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this year, what message do you have to the participants of this year?
Okay. So one, I would like everyone to come participate for the marathon. Please register. Just know whatever you're doing, when you pay that 2,500 shillings, you're going to impact someone's life. As we said, you can see everyone here, from Elizabeth's story, to the teenagers, to the people with disabilities, to the youth. There's a story, and your contribution will make a difference to someone's life. So please register for the marathon and make a difference, and just know that every step you take during that run is going to empower someone else.
Okay. And so for you, Betty, just you participated in the marathon. You do so, when they say recreationally, but you also then run a wellness and physiotherapy clinic. Yes. Excuse me. So how did you prepare for the marathon? Usually you think, okay, I'm going to register for the marathon, then I'm going to show up and run, and then, okay, things may turn out differently. How did you prepare, and how do you encourage folks to prepare?
Actually, I'm a physiotherapist, but our clinic, most of our clients are more of recreational runners. We see the athletes, professional athletes, but the majority of the clients are the recreational runners. So out of influence, when you see those clients, they tell you their problems, you're curious. So at first, I volunteered as a physiotherapist, but I never volunteered as a physiotherapist. I stood on the along the road to support people with water, but I was very tired and was like, I never do this again. I'd rather be the person being supported. So in 2023, I tried the half marathon, but despite being a physiotherapist, I never put in the work of preparation of the marathon, and I really suffered. I swear I'll never do it again. And again, 2024, I signed up for the half marathon again, but with the goal of beating my time for 2023, so that at least I can have I can brag about the good time that or the time improvement. But actually, the lesson that I learned from the previous year of the marathon is what I now sharpened. I did more training. I worked with a coach. I worked with. I was trained. I did more physio. I could learn. I could see whatever I see with people suffering with. I could avoid the the problems that we face with running when you're not prepared. And not this time around, I was more intentional. Yes. So it is just growth. And actually, the training is a little bit brutal, but the reward is so rewarding that you feel like you need to upgrade to do another one. Yes. Actually, that's what I usually say. I was out of curiosity, I got myself doing a half marathon. And by accident, I found myself training for a full marathon.
Okay, so the full marathon is what you're going to do this year?
This year, I'm going to do the full marathon.
Wow.
I'm going to participate in a full marathon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you encourage folks to get ready for the marathon?
Preparation, it has to be holistic. You have to work with a physiotherapist, you have to work with a coach, you have to work with a nutritionist, and you have to have a community that helps you do the practice and training. That's why you have many clubs. Shout out to my club, Brand Fit. So that's why we have many clubs that bring you, and they just help you get better. Because by the end of the day, in all sports, most of the warm-up is running. So, and this for the marathon is not only it's not only done by the people who run. It's done by people who work out, people who play other games like football, like tennis. They all come together and do the marathon. So the preparation is what matters.
Okay.
Physio, having a coach to train you, and having a club that supports you so that it can motivate you. Yes.
All right. Let's take a break at this point. It's 20 minutes to 10 o'clock. We're having a conversation this morning around the Standard Chartered Marathon, and we're going to find out the different places it's going to take place this year, and whether you can also get on the leaderboard in one way or another. Joyce will tell us that. Elizabeth will also come and tell us a little bit more about, how this is impacting, and a little bit more about preparation from Betty. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
This is the Situation Room, the only way.